Hey, welcome to another Let's Talk costume video. Now, if you've been following me so far, you may have seen my Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman costume videos for the recent Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. Now, one of the other superhero costumes that came out recently that's kind of related that I want to talk about is Supergirl. Now, Supergirl, when it was first announced that was going to come out, no one knew what to expect. We didn't know, were they going to have a costume? And when the first image of this costume came out, we were floored. We were completely floored. Here's a costume for Supergirl that looks like Supergirl. Red cape, red boots, red skirt, blue shirt. Oh my gosh, it's Supergirl. And we were really excited. My daughter was excited. My wife was excited. It was amazing. When we got to see the first trailer again, amazing. It was so great to see this. It's very authentic, but I want to take some time and talk about it because it is a little different. There is some differences to the comic costumes, but the great thing about Supergirl compared to, superheroes like Batman and Superman is that she has, I don't know, a dozen different outfits through the entire comic history. You've got the white t-shirt combo that you saw in the animated series. You got ones that look very close to the comic book or the original film and this version. You've got ones that look kind of really weird, and like the New 52 one looks kind of, I don't know, I don't like that one at all. But this one is very testament to the actual costume. Plus, it looks great. Now, thankfully, as I've mentioned in other videos, some of costume techniques now, like the raised printing all over the costume, is definitely there in TV shows. So the Flash has little lightning bolts, and Supergirl has two distinct fabric choices on her entire costume. I mean, her costume, again, is very simple. So you have a shirt that's blue and you have a 3D logo without the yellow background, which did make some people a little concerned, but I like it because it separates her a little different. And plus the symbol is changed slightly from the official DC Superman logo and doesn't look anything like the Man of Steel logo. It is raised looks like two layers, so you have the gold layer and the red layer, and then the middle is all just blanked out, and I quite like it. Now the suit itself has a texture at first people thought it was very similar to the Man of Steel one, but it's not. The Man of Steel, I don't think the Man of Steel universe actually applies to Supergirl, specifically because you do see Superman in Supergirl a couple times, and he has the same blue texture, which is kind of cool. But it's kind of like a Morse code dot dash, dash dot, dot dot dash, or actually just dot dash, all the way through. And it's pretty cool. And as you can see in these close-ups, it's a pretty distinct texture. Now the skirt has completely different texture. It's red, like it should be. However, strangely enough, has red shields. Now, typically, I'm not a big fan of the fact that when you have this Superman, costume, you have Superman symbols or Batman symbols, Star Trek and the Star Trek symbols. I think that's kind of tacky. This one's a little more interesting, mainly because you can't really tell, but also it goes from small to large as you go down the skirt. So that's kind of interesting. I don't know why they did that, but it's kind of neat. She does have a great gold belt, which you can easily recreate with Eva foam or some sort of rubberized, and it does wrap around the back. And it does seem to be some sort of Krypton style accessory because you do see her mom with it and in other episodes, so it's kind of cool. The cape is beautiful. It is lambskin leather, which just gives a nice leather drape. I've mentioned in my Batman video, leather does a really nice job with drape, so I think that looks great. And then lastly, you have her boots, which I've mentioned in the previous video, but they are custom made knee-high boots. She does wear tights on her legs, so they're not just bare skin. But overall, the costume is fantastic. The costume makers did an amazing job on this. I'm really, really happy with it. My daughter really is happy with it. I'm gonna show a picture right here of her in the costume that I made her. She just absolutely adores Supergirl. And right down from the little costume details, from the fact that it's, got the red lines up on the shirt, and that we have, the finger hold or thumb hold on the shirt. It's kind of neat. Actually, all the seams on the actual shirt have red lines bordering it, so it kind of gives a nice way to accent it. Again, it's not a complicated costume. It's a beautiful costume. It's got some great details. So I hope if you've been enjoying Supergirl that you've enjoyed her costume. I can't really see them changing it too much. By the time this video comes out, you will have seen the Flash and Supergirl together on screen, so that's going to be exciting as well. But anyway, if you have any questions or comments, let me know what you think of Supergirl's costume down in the comments below. Do you like it more than the previous version? It's very close to that version, but I hope that it's going to be, stand on its own. But let me know in the comments below what you think, what your favorite one is, and let's talk about it a little bit. Thank you so much. If you want to follow me for some more videos, be sure to click over here to subscribe. I post videos weekly, usually Mondays and Fridays, and sometimes ones in the middle, depending on the week itself. So be sure to subscribe if you want to keep abreast of that. You can also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can follow me there. Sometimes I post some other things that you may not get to see on the main channel. But thank you so much for liking and subscribing. But as always, thanks for watching.